A new trend in health food is collagen protein. It is said to have anti-aging properties, help with weight loss, reduce joint pain, improve digestion, strengthen bones, and even make your hair healthier. However, we at YTD have long since taken our bodies past the point of no return. So today we eat 3 health food bars and tell you which one is the tastiest. Move aside, gym rats. It's time to listen to 3 Fats as we ask, You tried that? You tried that. I'm Nick Norris with my pals Chad Hancock,
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Hey there.
We 3 Fats.
We 3 Fats.
Yeah.
We're not even that large of guys, but would you guys describe what you have now as a dad bod?
I mean, I'm a dad.
Yeah, so like what
Yeah.
technically qualifies as dad bod?
Right. It's kind of like male muffin top. So it's
Yeah.
like you have like a very floppy midsection, which I 100% have. Some cottage cheese thighs, perhaps, which I also have. Maybe just a little bit of man titty, which I also have. I think that's.
But you also, Chad, you have a spectacular dumper, though.
Oh yeah,
talked about
yeah.
this.
Well, and I reinforced that today. Today I had we made blondies, and
Yeah.
I ate like 4 of them, and I also then got a root beer float, and yeah, ate like a shitload of bacon too. So I,
Jesus, what? All at the
Those
same
things
time?
are not related at all.
well, because I made bacon pancakes for breakfast, and then at lunch I made
Bacon pancakes.
I made egg, bacon, and avocado sandwiches for lunch. So I just had a lot of bacon. I wanted to finish the package out. So
Polish it off with a brownie. We're now with the sandwiches with the bread on the sandwich. Blondie brownies.
No, but we
No.
did like I did do the thing. I don't know if you guys do this with your kids. Maybe not because your kids are older. But like my daughter doesn't eat very much, but I still give her a
Oh,
decent.
yeah.
Like so. I made like however many pancakes. I have like 6 on my plate. She has 4. She only eats 2. So I like take her other 2 and just douche them in maple syrup and eat those. So.
Oh.
Yeah, I definitely
8 pancakes.
finish off the leftovers at the table.
Well, they're small. They're like silver dollar pancakes. I should
Okay.
be clear. I wasn't eating an 8 stack of like plate size.
Says the guy who ate 6-foot long hot dogs. Now's not the time to be modest. Let's calm down.
But I'm gonna make up for it with some health bars. So,
And now you got those big silver dollar nips on those man titties.
All right, Chad, you recently found some food news headlines, right?
Yeah. Okay. Let's go through the. So I searched for weird food news. I got a couple articles from Daily Mail. I'll read you the headlines, and we can decide if you want me to read any of these news stories or not. I don't know if they're any good.
Mhm.
The first one says, "Watch: man visits McDonald's in a hospital stretcher."
I thought you first said it said watch colon, like watches like his butt.
No, I think
Wait,
it's
someone
actually.
videoed it?
I think it's a video news story, or I don't think it's actually an article or something.
Oh, okay.
Watch
Second
him
one.
die.
Second one. Italian prison offers happy hour for inmates. Next one. Watch: man drinks a gallon of honey while covered in bees.
Hold on. Is that
Wow,
we're
it's just
calling that-
cocking off to the bees.
We're calling that food news now?
I mean, honey's food, I guess.
I guess. How do you drink honey?
Yeah, the questionable part of that is whether it's news, not whether it's
Yeah.
food.
Wait, what is honey technically from the bee? Like what
It's bee
Like
spit, right? Or bee
it's bee s-
vomit?
is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So the bees just watching drink their vomit.
That's kind of fucked up, dude.
Chinese student's essay on ramen got him into college. Is the next one. Congratulations.
Been there.
Bite Labs wants to feed you celebrity meat or something. It has "or something" in the headline.
Who wrote that?
Subheadline: Kanye West, Jennifer Lawrence, and James Franco are a few of the celebrities we might be able to taste.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Like
I don't
taste them?
And last one: man gets arrested for deep fried gun. That's like.
Let's start there. I think we got to know more about that.
All right. For the record, deep frying a gun will not keep the police from finding it, especially when it goes off in the middle of a restaurant. This this guy learned that lesson the hard way after he was arrested for attempted robbery with a deadly weapon, which police eventually fished out of the deep fryer of a Las Vegas restaurant. So maybe he tried to, he decided to hide the gun.
He tossed it in there after
deep fryer.
They were coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assumed it was like the Oklahoma State Fair or something. They're just like, instead of deep fried Oreos, they advanced to deep fried guns.
But it's like, I would like to see a gun that fires deep fried Oreos like into my mouth. That could be something.
Shoots Oreo cream.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the guy who took his hospital stretcher through McDonald's, but if it's just a video, then we might not be able to.
Let's find out. It says a man in Virginia went through the McDonald's drive-thru on a motorized stretcher. Oh, there is some article here. In this video recorded on YouTube, a man in a stretcher propels himself into the McDonald's parking lot and then the drive-thru to place an order that must have been very urgent. The man traveled by motorized hospital stretcher, quote, along a busy main road and then across a junction to get to his nearest Golden Arches.
What?
What fucking hospital has... What security is that? See ya, Doug? He just like motors
What
out the front
stretcher
door.
just lets the patient zip it around?
I
On
didn't
the
know,
freeway.
Yeah, I didn't know there were motorized
Took the
stretcher.
405 to go get in and out.
Is he wearing one? Is there a picture of him? Like, is he wearing one of the like backless gowns as he's going through the line?
There is no picture, and the video appears to have been deleted. So. But why would you? I'm curious why you'd need a motor, like why you'd need a motorized stretcher, right? Like, isn't there always supposed to be a doctor or a nurse or whatever, like pushing you when you're on a stretcher?
Isn't there supposed to be a front desk and police and orderlies and everything else at the hospital? And he just got wheeled himself out.
Well, if you got a stretcher that goes 50, they're gonna fly out the front door and no one's gonna catch you. You know what I always wondered about, and so since we've all had little kids, is we had a stroller. We had a Bob stroller for our twins, and it had handle brake, like so that as I'm walking it, I can squeeze the brakes with my hands and it stops, right?
Yeah.
And I never quite understood the purpose of that, right? Because at what point do I need to do that? You know, because if the only time I need a brake is when I don't have control of it, and seemingly my hands are not on those brakes.
It's just rolling down a hill, and you just fly through the air and dive at it, trying to squeeze the handles.
The highway off ramp with your stroller, like you might need to apply a little extra pressure, so it doesn't fly.
Yeah, how are you going to stop that stroller in the McDonald's drive-thru if you don't have brakes?
I would love to be going down the Kennedy and see a man in a stretcher just zooming by me.
Ass cheeks flapping in the breeze.
Putting back a Big Mac. He's like, I got the stretcher because I knew this thing was going to give me a heart attack. It's like preparing myself.
There was just a story about, I don't know did you guys see Super Size Me? That McDonald's documentary back in the day from Morgan Spurlock?
Disgusting.
Yeah.
It's a fun idea. I'll admit I was interested in the concept when it came out.
And there was a brief mention of a guy, I think he's from Wisconsin actually, that eats a Big Mac every single day.
Oh yeah.
And he was just, I saw an article, he's still doing it.
Yeah.
Like, and he hit his it was just 60 or 75th birthday or something. He looks like he looks like the gristle you cut off a steak with a mullet. He's super skinny, which is impossible thinking to me that he eats. But
if that's all you had and you had everything else healthy, I think you'd be all right.
But how could you? There's nothing on earth I love enough that I could literally eat it every single day
for a full meal or something
for dinner every day.
Yeah, I could probably have. I don't do this, but I probably could have a Reese's cup at the end of the day every day. I could probably do that. But for an entire meal, there's no dish where it's this is something I want every day.
I bet over the last calendar year of 365 days, I probably had a banana, 360 of them. Almost every day I'll grab a banana.
Right.
Well, I'll drink coffee every day. But that's but it's not it's also the act of like, who has the time
Like going to
and the schedule
McDonald's
to go to McDonald's because he eats at McDonald's every day.
Yeah. Fucking
At some
depressing.
point, also you have a streak. Like, how much of it is the streak?
Just pressure
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. But I don't think that alone would get, like, if you just suddenly said to The Rock that he had to eat a Big Mac every day, but like keep
To
everything
The
else the
Rock.
same, like he'd be fine, you know.
Yeah. I don't think he'd feel pressure to keep up that
Right.
streak. He's famous for other things.
This wasn't The Rock though; it was Hollywood Hulk Hogan, right?
Oh, right. It was that badass Billy Gunn.
How much of it is the streak, and how much of it is the streaks in his underwear from his Big Mac shits?
Big Mac shit.
Yeah, that's why he kept going back so he
Yeah.
could get more streaks in his
He's
underwear.
Yeah, he's like, well, I've already got the streaks, so nobody will notice if I get
Well,
a
and
few
the
more.
thing is, the guy has a kid because he was in the articles. Like, yeah, my dad, this guy fucked. Like, how, when and where? Was it at the play place? Like, how did, like, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hey, I imagine like going on my first Tinder date. He's like, oh, what do you do? Well, you might know me. I eat at fucking McDonald's every goddamn day. I've got to
You
do
might
it.
know me from buying Big Mac shits.
They call me the Streak because I got some racing stripes in my drawers.
Oh, all right.
Let's make
We're
some
gonna eat
streaks.
some healthy food, not Big Macs today. We've got 3 health food bars. We're gonna rate them on a 5-point scale. I love that, like that, indifferent to that, dislike that, and hate that. And let's do the dang one first.
Dang.
Do the dang bar. It's the brand is Dang. We did do a Dang chips at one point.
Yep.
I think we've done a couple dang things, actually, over the years.
Lemon matcha
Oh, we
flavor.
did the dang thing.
It is billed as non-GMO, plant-based, gluten-free, and keto.
What's keto? I always forget what keto is. Is it just
It's similar to Atkins, right? It's a low carb.
okay?
It says low carb, high fat diet that is similar to Atkins. So I think that's just like meat, a lot of fucking meat. I will say this thing smells good.
I was just about to say it smells like shit.
Oh, I think it smells good because I like that lemon smell.
Smells
But
like
I'm
fire.
not expecting it to taste good because of matcha and health bar.
I'm looking at
Well-
Novak's face. I think
Yeah.
you can confirm.
Oh no!
Jesus
That's right.
fuck.
There's like nuts in here or something.
Almonds,
Yeah,
I
what is it?
think.
Is-
Oh fuck! Really?
Yeah, because my wife was looking at them and she's like, maybe this one's good. Oh, wait, I can't eat it. Almonds.
Yeah, that's
neither
the
can I.
top. Oh,
I bought them.
that's the first ingredient.
I didn't even look. Chicory root fiber, pea protein crisps. Oh god!
At least they
damn
had the
it.
decency to throw a little citric acid in there. And,
Yeah. There's
sea
coconut in
salt.
here. Why?
Yeah, because Dang has they put coconut and everything, right? Like that's their kind of brand.
Okay. Okay.
Because we ate like the Dang coconut chips and.
Right.
All right, Geiger.
Before
If you can still speak and your throat is, give us our rating before your throat closes up.
Just get an EpiPen.
your life streak ends.
I do have a pretty impressive streak of remaining alive for X consecutive days.
Not too bad. Mine's better.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I don't know how anyone would eat this. Like, I don't know why anyone would want to. I know it's healthy. I guess if I was gluten-free, plant-based, non-GMO, I was really into keto. But I love GMO. I want as much GMO as I can get.
Yeah.
This is fucking horrible. There's like seeds in it, which I don't mind seeds. I guess the sunflower seed's probably the best part of this. It doesn't taste like lemon at all. You're right, Novak. It's a little citrus like tang to it or something, but it's like the consistency is fucked. It's like real grainy and gritty, and it's like a mishmash of like coconut. Why you keep eating it? It's like your third bite, Chad.
I'm trying to find the lemon.
Oh. Like you keep grimacing, but you keep eating it. Now you're being me. It has a terrible consistency. The aftertaste is bad. This is not good. I mean, I think we knew we wouldn't like it, but holy shit, this is not good. I hate this thing. This is bad.
All right. Hate to start, Chad.
There's a version of this I think that could work. You need to take
Snickers.
you need to take out the matcha because the matcha is contributing like a truly foul aftertaste.
Yeah.
I think you need to take out the coconut because even after you finish eating, you're like chewing all this coconut. It's just like like little bits of coconut keep coming out, and it's so
Keep
weirdly
taking stuff
chewy.
out.
You take it out. What are you putting in instead? Peanut butter?
You need to
chocolate?
crank up the lemon here. Like if you
Oh.
could like really crank up the lemon, because with otherwise, I actually like when I first bit into it, I was like, oh, that's it's kind of not that bad. But like the more you sit with it, it just really it really takes a nosedive. And there is no lemon there. Like this thing is called lemon matcha. There's a slight lemon smell, and that is it. And it's very disappointing. This thing's really gross. Hate that.
Part of it, if you look at the like side of the package, there's actually directions, eating directions. It says unwrap, 1 unwrap, 2 place directly in toilet. This is I don't remember ever. I can't think of a matcha flavored anything that I like. Right.
Yeah.
And this really highlights the matcha. I'm trying to pick out some flavor in here that I like. There's a bunch of things in there. Just one thing that I like the taste of in this, and I'm getting nothing. So you both said it. We got a flaming bag of dog shit for the Dang Bar. 3 hate dats.
No lemon party for this bar.
No. Now I'm a little more bullish on this no cow bar. This is the
just a cow pun? Is that what you're bullish on it?
No cow protein bar, chocolate peanut butter cup. Anything that writes chocolate peanut butter cup has some shot.
Mm-hmm.
Shot.
This is listed as dairy free, gluten free, high protein, low sugar, non-GMO, soy free, vegan, and no bull.
I was hoping there's.
Why are you bullish on it then? It says no bull.
I didn't see that before. Damn it!
You fucked up.
So this looks more. The first one we didn't describe much was like basically like Milky Way in size, but completely like a pukish yellow color. This one looks like a candy bar. If you pull it out, it's completely chocolate covered. It's kind of flat, almost like a whatchamacallit.
Chad's a big fan as he almost threw up as soon as he took a bite.
I haven't bitten yet, and I don't want to now that I'm watching you.
It's not as bad as he's saying.
Yeah, it is. God damn it.
Oh my god.
It's very dry in the middle. So dry.
It's very dry.
Oh. Oh, foul.
Man.
So dry. It's like I walked by a
Is
couple
this the
women
cost
back
of
from
living past 60?
You can have an all Big Mac diet, but the rest of it must be this shit.
At least you're not eating bull.
All right, Chad, tell us what you like and don't like.
It honestly made me gag. It did make me gag. The dryness, the texture, the flavor. I spit it out. I spit it back out into the wrapper.
Oh, come on.
I'd way rather eat the lemon one. Way rather eat the lemon one. I think that flavors here are really truly revolting, and in a way that is just disgusting on every level. Hate that. This is horrible.
If whoever the first guy that put chocolate and peanut butter together, if this was how he first presented it, we would never have gotten past step one.
The world would be a much different place. I'll tell you
Now,
that.
back then, all the chocolate peanut butter candy bars had actual beef in them, so that's why this was a big step. Like, what if we took the beef out?
If that had happened, what would my dad bod look like? I would be so much smelter.
I think the chocolate might be okay. It's too thin of a layer to tell. But my God, I feel like if I was in the desert and picked up a handful of sand and threw it in my mouth, there'd be more moisture than this bar. I don't know how it dries your mouth out so much. The texture is really, really gross. It's like sort of powdery. Mm-hmm. I agree. I'd rather have the dang bar. That's 2 hates. Geiger, do we have a second?
Do the dang thing.
Walking through the desert with nothing but a no-cow bar in my pocket. This'll tide me over, he said foolishly. Yeah, I don't like it, guys. It's not good. I don't think the chocolate's that bad. I mean, it's not good chocolate, but it's like the standout, quote unquote.
It's the best part of this.
Yeah. It's everything is going fine. You're like, oh, this has a nice heft to it. You smell it. It looks like a good chocolate bar. And then the problem starts when you bite in and taste it. And the middle is like eating petrified like wood or like someone ground up a piece of chalk.
Well, you pick up a heavy piece of food and you are happy.
Oh, yeah. You ever picked up a sandwich? You go, a little light. I put a lead weight on it. It's just fucking bad. Like the middle is very dusty, and it doesn't taste good. Like it doesn't taste like peanut butter. So I don't know why they get off calling this peanut butter. I don't know if this is just the way. I don't eat any protein bars. I don't work out. I come by my dad bod, honestly. So I don't know if this is just the way they are, and this might be one of the best ones that are out there. But I will stop short of saying I'd rather eat the lemon bar. I would rather never see this lemon bar another day of my life. I would eat this before that. However, this is also a hate that. This is nasty.
Wow.
Novak, how about you? Would you?
No,
eat this
I would eat the lemon bar before this.
Seriously, you would?
Yes, absolutely.
The bar that tastes like someone molded puke together. That's what you're gonna eat.
Look, you're not wrong in saying that. And I'd still rather eat it.
But there are things worse than puke.
I walked through the desert with a bar called No Cow. I'd rather eat the sand in the desert.
Okay, now we'll do the last one after the segment, but. My wife did look at these, and the one that was still to be eaten was the one of the 3. She said, "I've had that. You're going to be really upset."
So we are on the verge of history here because not only we talked about it a little bit last week, but not only has none of us ever given 3 hate dats in a single episode. Certainly, we've never had 3 snacks, 3 flaming bags. I don't even know if we've ever had 2 flaming bag of dog shit.
Let's cross that line together.
I am on a real hot streak with buying snacks for the pod here.
Yeah.
We've taken a collective shit all over everything for the last 2 weeks.
All right.
2022 was supposed to be better.
Mascot tournament.
Yeah. All right. So if you were, again, in real life, not when this came out, but in real life, we did actually just crown the NBA champion. Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. How's is everyone going nuts? Or are they just like,
there was tons of horns honking and fireworks and shit the other night. Yeah. And my wife was pretty happy. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you. I wish it was the Bucks.
Yeah, but you'd rather have the Warriors than the fucking Celtics, right?
Absolutely. I was
Boston fans the worst.
Well, Boston fans are the worst, and it's impossible to root for the team that knocked my team out. So
that's true.
Sorry.
And who doesn't love a honking horn?
I love a good honking horn.
Half of those horns were dudes in stretchers. They're going to McDonald's.
Talk about dad bod. Boston might be dad bod central right there too. All right. So last time we did the Western Conference, we saved the finals of the Western Conference for last. So as a teaser, we will eventually be deciding the winner between the sun and a grizzly bear. but for now...
Oh, yeah, I was supposed to figure out how a bear was going to be the sun.
You were supposed to come up with some
about another 15
way.
minutes.
The grizzly can take on a gas giant. But, all right, so we're going to do the Eastern Conference. Again, a lot of really ephemeral names in here, so we're going to have to figure this out. So, again, like we do this is there's 16 teams, so we are going to have to... I'm sorry, 15 teams. So we're going to have to make the 1 seed get a bye. So we're going to come back to the 1 seed. We're going to start with the 8-9 seed. Celtics, which in this, I looked up what they meant by Celtics, and it just basically boils down to an Irishman.
Okay.
Versus a Hawk. So Irishman versus a Hawk. Now, Irishman, famously terrible at everything but growing potato. And I'm kidding. If you're Irish, I'm just kidding. But a hawk can fly and has claws.
Okay, this is interesting. This came up because this is a very long discussion at lunch at work one day about
an Irishman versus a hawk,
whether a human could beat an eagle, like an attacking eagle, and it was very split.
I think if you caught it, you probably could.
Very different opinions on this.
Yeah,
and I was on the side of human. Right, it's just like the size advantage. I get that it can attack from above and move around. But I think in order to get a kill shot in, it's going to have to be close enough for you to grab it. And at that point, you can like whip it around. You know that you can really manhandle it.
Is there,
whip it around.
Is there ever a recorded case of like a bird killing a human? You know, like other than like a baby or something, like a human past the age of like 12. Like, you know, like what? How I don't.
Yeah, I mean they don't attack them, but let's say they would. Like an eagle was.
You're gonna get hurt. I mean, you're gonna get scratched up.
Yeah, a couple scratches and shit. And like, all right, great. Like maybe they take an eye.
And I like, isn't there something about like the talons can really like they have some crazy amount of pressure or something like that. Like, but I still think
hawks are not eagles either.
Yeah, hawk is a little smaller. So I still think advantage goes to human. I'm gonna take Celtic.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I'll take the Celtic. I just don't see how that bird is doing anything.
Goddamn Celtics. All right. The 4-13 matchup. And that is going to... Hold on. Yes. Okay. The 4-13... I just had to make sure I did the bracket right. The Heat. So, like, the concept of heat, which is elemental. We love these elemental ones. I'm actually sort of rooting for Heat versus Sun to see how you fuckers figure that out. And versus a piston, which is just an engine component. So I don't think we have to belabor this. I don't know how you do that. Now, cars overheat, but I don't know if it's because of the piston or not.
Doesn't the piston create heat?
It does. Yeah. It pumps and this is what it does.
Yeah, the heat is the piston's bitch, right? Like the piston knows it brought heat into this world. It can take it out of it. So yeah, piston.
Wait, well, hold on. Hold on. Piston because the heat is the piston's bitch? That's your argument?
Yeah. That's
the piston doesn't have any autonomy. It operates when someone else tells it to.
I mean, neither does heat.
Yeah, heat's the same.
Yeah, I suppose. Look, someone tells the heat to go on? I guess in your house, but...
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of tough, but in the end, I think that the heat is the piston's bitch. I'm taking piston.
That is a big upset. I thought heat would be now. Would it be different? Just out of curiosity, because it's not. But if it was like a human, like say a Celtic versus the Heat, they'd have a harder time beating the Heat, wouldn't you say? That because it's. I mean,
you guys live in Illinois. You beat the Heat every day for like 2.5 months.
We're not Irish,
right?
though.
Like,
yeah. The 5 seed versus the 12. The 5 seed, the Bull, versus the 12 seed, the Hornet.
No, waste too much time.
Yeah, well, but how's a bull going to catch a hornet?
I mean, look,
can't do
let's say one of them caught the other one at some point, right?
I mean, that's the same as like person versus hawk, right? Like, how's the person?
Well, but the hornet could fly up the bull's penis and sting it and kill it, right? No.
Yeah, that's something hornets are famous for doing.
Don't they have those giant urethras?
It would totally live.
It'll
crawl its way back out.
just fighting its way back out. Yeah, just rips up the thing.
This bull is not the Death Star. He's not
Use the Force, Luke. He flies up the bull's penis.
bull.
Yeah, same. The bull. That's an easy bull victory.
Okay. Number 2, Magic. This is the 2 seed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Versus
one I like.
The 15 seed, a 76er, and they are named after 1776. So, Magic versus a year. Very conceptual. Now, the year cannot really access Magic's penis because Magic doesn't have a corporeal penis to fly up.
Right.
So there's one thing to think about.
Magic's wand, if you will.
Right. Yeah.
If you bring Magic to 1776,
Oh, their minds.
you're gonna freak people.
I mean, we're talking just literally like pick a card Magic. They're gonna be mind blown.
Exactly. You will be. Yeah. You just like do the old sliding, remove your finger trick, and you become king of the world.
Pull a quarter out from Washington's ear. He's like, "What the fuck?"
Pick thine swath of cloth, please. So what do you guys doing? Magic?
I'm going Magic.
Okay.
Yeah. Magic.
Okay.
Easy.
Magic has some. I'm excited about what Magic
I'm excited for Magic too. There's a lot of possibilities here.
We'll get there, but I think there might be.
Oh, we haven't heard the 1 seed.
The 1 seed might be a change of mind. All right, number 7, a buck, a strong male deer with fierce antlers in Giannis Antetokounmpo, versus number 10, a Nick, which is not Novak or I. It's a Knickerbocker, which is a descendant of Dutch settlers. I think I know the answer to this one, and I get it.
Yeah, I mean, this is a little closer matchup, but the buck, I mean, you know, it's got pretty sharp horns. It's strong, weighs way more than just like some random Dutch dude. So yeah, I think I will go buck on this one.
This is gonna be our first split because I feel like the settlers probably came in and killed a number of these.
But it's a descendant of those settlers, right? So this could be like a basement neckbeard.
Yes.
Some Brooklyn neckbeard. What the deer? I think you probably know what it is, but yeah.
That is tough because if we're talking like, we have given them weapons that people are known to have, right? A hockey player has a stick.
Right, but what's a Dutchman known to have? Like a waffle? Do they have
windmill?
That's Belgian.
A windmill?
He has
wooden shoes.
A windmill. Tulips.
He can do windmill kicks.
I guess if he's a descendant, then he might not necessarily, he might be a little more domesticated.
And it's also not like a soldier that we know has a gun or a sword or something.
Right. Yeah. So, I think I might I'll change the pick.
All right. I think, one of my teams finally got out of the first round. Okay. And then we have the 3 seed Raptor
Whoa.
versus 14 seed Net. Now, I did not watch Jurassic Park again to see if they caught a raptor in a net because I wasn't sure.
This is one of the things that might beat raptor.
Yeah,
clever girl.
I mean, technically, it's probably a basketball net, but it doesn't necessarily specifically state that. So we'll just say nets in general.
Chad?
I mean, if the Raptor's able to open doors, right? So, like, I think the Raptor...
Hold on. Is it, though? Like, I know they did that in the movie, but are they really able to do that?
Well, there was no doors to know.
Wait, do you mean like were there raptors opening doors in the Jurassic period?
Did they have
or
the
whatever?
key codes into the caveman's cave?
Yes, they fucking
did. They have the tactile mechanical ability in their hands? I guess.
Well, they don't actually. The real raptors don't actually look anything like the ones in the movies. They're like way smaller and like way weaker and like more bird-like or something like that. They, like,
the ones that play basketball don't really look like them either, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Much smaller hindquarters.
Yeah,
no tails.
Yeah. So I think we should assume that it is the raptor from the Jurassic Park movies because that's what everyone pictures in their mind.
Right.
And even in the most recent ones, there's one that like Chris Pratt like trains and can like talk to and shit. So like those movies are awful, but like
I did forget about the Pratt element. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like that raptor is like pretty smart, clever. I think that raptor could figure out how to get out of a net. That may have actually happened in one of the movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go raptor here. It'll just like rip it apart with its claws or something.
You know what? These dinosaurs, I get that they escape at some point, but they were like grown and caught and kept in cages. It's not like they were just ripping through everything. And I think when they go out to catch the raptor, they might throw a big net on it, right? Like a weighted net or something.
Right.
Coming at it with like a butterfly net.
Well, I think they mostly like tranked them and shot them. And stuff.
Yeah,
It
they
wasn't
might have
like
tranked them. And it's
dead
hard to
them.
get the net on them.
Yeah.
It's not the Brooklyn Tranks. So.
Right.
I think it is a close matchup, but I will go with Raptor.
Yeah. It's also not a woman named Annette. When
Wow.
we say a net.
Mm-hmm.
See what I did there? It's a little name play action.
You're fine.
All right.
You took our show down a notch.
I think these snacks did. All right. And the last of the first round matchups, the 6 seed Cavaliers, which they were named after, and this is terrible. They represent a daring group of fearless men who never surrender no matter the odds. So do with that.
Whoa.
Now, we will say the Cavaliers, like, logos and things usually feature like someone with like a sword, like almost like a Three Musketeer type of guy.
Right.
So we'll go with a swordsman of some sort who is fearless.
Sure.
And number 11, a pacer, which is a pace car because of the Indy 500.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like something attached to somebody's heart.
A guy who just walks nervously a lot.
So versus a car. Now, but pace cars, they're not like Indy. It's just like a regular car, right? Like
it's a regular
like
car because they slowly drive around the...
Yeah, right. I know, but they don't trot out
No.
a standard Indy car for
Still
pace.
It's still
pretty quick,
faster
though.
than a Cavalier. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but again, like we said this before with these cars, like if you don't have somebody like driving it or whatever, like the pace car is just dumped in the arena, and like the swordsman comes walking in, and he like kind of slowly approaches, clang, clang, clang against like the hood a couple times with the sword, and like the car can't really do anything. So, I think eventually this medieval swordsman would learn enough mechanical engineering to be able to disassemble the car.
I'm just picturing like a giant claw just dropping a car into an arena and just bounces around in a circle. Dumping them in there.
I don't always agree with the not assigning the vehicles movement capability. So, Geiger, we're going to leave this one to you because I think the first thing in my mind was this Cavalier like raising his sword and just getting completely
on guard and blam, shatters all legs,
just pancaked.
Well, I've never been on team vehicle shouldn't win. I thought the Jet was the top seed last time we played or whatever. So or in the football thing. So I'm gonna go with you. Pacer is what we're going for. All right. So I think that's our only.
I guess in this sense, it does. In this case, it does make sense because the only time you ever see a pace car, it is moving,
right?
Like you never see, like you see parked jets or whatever.
Yeah.
But like a pace car is always moving, so it comes into the arena already moving.
That pace car never stops. You just drive it till it runs out of gas. All right, there was 2 upsets, so then it was the Pacer and the Piston. All right, let's scroll back up to the top, where the Celtic strides into the arena with the top seed, Wizard.
Oh.
The master of magic.
Ooh. You might even say that magic is Wizard's bitch.
You could say that, yes. How many glimmers would you pay to see this Wizard take on a Celtic?
I think this one's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Wizard, very powerful.
Celtic. Well, Celtic, very Irish, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
They have leprechaun magic.
What's up, my wizard?
But I think Wizard has a little more extensive magic, so I'm gonna.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's no Irishman going to stand up to Gandalf, right? So, yeah.
Wasn't that the actual final scene of The Irishman that Robert De Niro? It was Robert De Niro versus Gandalf.
I think that was the original before they did the CGI in the first Lord of the Rings. Like he's you shall not pass, and it was just an Irishman standing there. And then later they like CGI the demon or whatever the fuck it is.
All right, Piston versus Bull. 2 hard-charging people who have made heat their bitch. Can it make it the Bull its bitch?
Yeah, I mean, I think like Piston probably the only thing the Piston was beating was heat. Yeah, like maybe the bull's hoof gets like, jammed into the piston and kind of like ow, 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 but that's not going to be enough to kill it. So I think the bull wins.
Hold on. What if the piston worked its way up the bull's urethra?
Yeah.
What if it got
That's
somehow
its only
in there?
shot.
You could block it from peeing.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
If a little like pebble got in the way of the piston right as it went down, and it flung the pebble into the bull's dick.
Yeah.
I think the bull would like that, honestly.
Bull's into sounding. Bull's getting a horny.
Yeah, bull's gonna win this one.
Bull. All right. Magic versus a buck. Could magic defeat this deer of might?
Yeah, I don't see any way. I was trying to think of any shot the buck had.
What if it's like, are we talking like David Blaine magic where he's just frozen to black ice for a week, or is this actual like mysticism here?
We're talking all magic.
So now I have a legit question here though.
Yeah.
Well, as legit as the questions get in these tournaments.
Mhm.
So your same premise, Chad, we just talked about with vehicles, right? A jet is inert unless someone's driving it. Is magic itself powerful if no one's wielding the magic? Like magic is a concept without someone actually using it, right?
Yeah, but like magic, it's so magical it can wield itself, some might say.
Yeah.
Some might say. I'm not advocating for Buck. I just wanted to see what your answer
Look,
was.
people are saying magic wield itself.
I heard on the street magic wheels itself. That's what I heard.
Only one of these two things is gonna help me get rid of my Big Mac shits, and that's magic. So taking magic.
All right.
Yeah, magic.
Raptor versus pace car. Sentence I've been wanting to say for some time.
I think the raptor with its animal instincts is more likely to jump out of the way of the moving pace car.
Yes.
Right.
It's true.
Um
Can it really defeat it though?
Yeah, I mean it's not going to be able to learn mechanical engineering as smart as they are.
I don't know
order to
why in
assemble it,
Jurassic
but-
Park they didn't just take like a Chevy Camaro and start running over the raptors.
I think they can. Like, they could probably. It's probably strong enough to like rip the doors off and
Right.
stuff like that. Use its talons to pop the
Yeah.
tires. Those kinds of things. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Raptor here. I don't love the vehicles.
Yeah, I do think I could picture the Raptor getting out of the way, and its maneuverability, where the pace car is gonna, if it misses, has to slowly turn around, back up.
The key to this ferocious battle is, hey, he just gets out of the way.
Why pace car's trying to turn, 3-point turn, and then Raptor's like breaking the window and, like Chad said, popping the
3-point
tires and stuff.
turn.
How narrow is this
This is
arena?
a giant arena and it's 3-point turn. Beep, beep, beep.
10 and 2. The Raptors just mauling it. All right.
Raptor.
Okay. All right. Final four time.
Mm.
Wizard
Yes.
versus Bull.
And I think this is where Bull's run comes to an end.
Yeah.
I see what you did there, running
Bull,
on the Bulls.
Bull is easily fooled by Red Cape, which is like the lowest form of wizardry. He's holding the Red Cape.
Matadors, the true practitioners of the dark arts.
So I'm going to go with Wizard.
Yeah. I mean, the wizard could send so many things up the bull's urethra. You name it.
Doctor Strange throwing a wrench up there.
Just tornadoes up the urethra. Anything you want.
A second bull.
So yeah, we'll go wizard.
All right. Magic versus Raptor. Now,
Okay.
how clever is this girl? Could it master magic?
So this is a clever girl. Look, I do love Raptor, but
He says as he tries to think of a way for Raptor.
yeah, I can't.
We're getting
think
real
of-
Kraken versus Star level of justification.
No,
here.
I can't think of any single reason why 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 the Raptor would beat Magic. I can't think of one, so I'm gonna have to go Magic.
Yeah.
Unless Novak can convince me otherwise.
I was trying to think of anything I could, and it's a smart dinosaur, but it's not that smart. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this was an inevitable showdown
Mm-hmm.
between Wizard and Magic.
Yeah. Look, a raptor could probably pick a card as well as the next guy, but
Right.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, there is no evidence that that Blue in the Jurassic World series has discovered their Horcrux. I don't know. Something
Good try.
Yeah.
So let's step back. Let's do the Western Conference final now, and then we'll come back and finish this one, and then do the final. So, Sun versus Grizzly.
All right.
Pick your fighter.
Thought of a reason.
All right.
Here we
let's
go.
hear it.
Here we go.
All right. So you might say that the sun is a bright star. Would you not?
Yeah.
Would you say
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
brighter
Like
than
the
Avril
first two
Lavigne.
that? But what? But what brighter star do we have than Leonardo DiCaprio himself, who was owned by a grizzly bear in the movie The Revenant?
You just said I figured out a way. This is the way. This is the way.
So if a bear can defeat a star as bright as Leo DiCaprio, I don't see why a bear can't beat the sun. A less bright star.
What on the Christ earth are you talking about?
And let me, for clarification, the bear does not kill DiCaprio.
That is true. All right, star.
Also, I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio could beat the sun either, or Da Vinci.
Yeah, let's just put Sun ahead.
What do you mean
Okay.
Da Vinci can't beat the sun?
All
He's
his
got all those like
inventions.
tanks and guns and stuff. Just puts the sun in an
Sex
underwater
robot.
suit.
Leo's robots.
Meet Mott, the sun is dead. All right, Wizard v Magic.
This
I
is
mean-
really tough.
It is tough, but it's actually not tough because Wizard controls magic, right?
Or is he
Unless we're-
consumed by it?
Yeah, unless we're assuming there's like this like whole concept of magic includes maybe spells that the wizard doesn't know or hasn't mastered or whatever, then could turn rogue. But really, I think just like with Heat and Piston, I think magic is Wizard's bitch. So I think Wizard is going to win here. You know, it's magic plus sentience and purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing. I was like pretty heavy in Wizard's corner until like this whole time I had Gandalf in my head,
Mm-hmm.
and then Chad made some reference to Harry Potter,
Mm.
and it really brought Wizard down a notch. The way I think about magic is, look, no player is bigger than the game, right? There's no wizard that is bigger than magic itself.
Mm.
So I understand which way I went on the Piston
right.
Heat thing, but I'm going to leave this up to Geiger, and I'm going to pick Magic. So Geiger, you're gonna have to
That's a
actually
pretty good
think here.
argument for magic, I will say.
I will say, obviously, I thought Wizard. I literally was coming down. I had to think about Wizard versus Magic, and I landed on Wizard because of what Chad said. Like, it's a concept versus the person who mastered the concept, right?
Yeah,
But Wizard is nothing without magic,
Mm-hmm.
that's
whereas
true.
magic is still magic, baby.
Yeah.
So, Novak, you did kind of
Right.
sway me. I am just because I also look. I just want to talk about the sun versus the concept of magic
Yeah.
for a little bit. So here we go. The Orlando fans are cheering wildly. This is the first time they've won anything in about 30 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Sun versus Magic. Who you got?
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
Magic beat AIDS. And the Sun did that.
You did. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You
True.
can cut that out. No, I don't have a good reason yet. Do you? I'm trying to. Well, I got to think this one through.
Well, David Bowie never wrote a song called "Dance Sun Dance." So,
What?
Wow.
Wow.
so on the one hand, there's that.
And Soundgarden never wrote a song called Black Hole Magic. So.
So do we like David Bowie more than Soundgarden? We do. I'm gonna go Magic. No, but I do think like I'm sure there's a spell out there, that could like black out the sun, restructure the universe,
Sonicus
like
Dicus.
yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I've read like some, nerdy kind of like sci-fi fantasy stories in the past where the wizards got together and like used their magic to like resunder the universe or whatever, right? So that it's like destroy all suns, recreate things. That power is possible with magic. So
Yes. Destroy all suns.
Yeah. You read those books where the sun got destroyed.
I mean, if we're giving magic a fair fight,
Yeah.
magic has to have qualities that it does not in real life, right?
Right.
Yeah, magic doesn't have any qualities in real life. It doesn't
not
fucking
real.
exist.
Wait, we're talking about Magic the Gathering.
The sun versus a deck of playing
Is there a
cards.
sunblock card?
Does the sun have enough mana to defeat the opponent?
All right, but
Neckbeards v Sun.
the sun
Mhm.
is only referring to our star, right?
Right.
Right.
Whereas magic exists well beyond our solar system.
It does. You're awful confident about magic.
Look,
All
Chad's read a lot of books on this. I'm actually, we're going to go ahead and put magic
All right.
as our champion.
I
There we
think
go.
magic is a worthy champion. I think
Just
that's
like
a good call.
Bear and
Yeah,
What
Bear
do we have for
and,
NHL?
Kraken or Star. Who won? I
I
forget.
don't remember.
It's my
Check the
alternate.
tapes.
Yeah, I think it was a Star, but I'm not sure.
No, lightning. Oh, didn't lightning?
No, it was lightning. Lightning won.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, because you fuckers with the zap 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 zap. Whatever it was.
Yeah, lightning beat a star. I think lightning could be magic too,
Yes.
honestly.
Oh,
Lightning is basically
it's
Emperor
magic.
Palpatine's version of magic. So
Yeah. Okay.
there we go.
One bar to unite them all is the Bulletproof Collagen Bar. It's chocolate dipped.
Collagen.
And it's
God,
double
that's what an
chocolate.
unappetizing name for something.
Oh, I know. Disgusting. It's listed as keto friendly, and it doesn't have a whole bunch of other stuff listed on there except that it has the collagen, which is like it's like a newer trend. These bars. This one is a little smaller than the other, but also is candy bar shaped.
Where are they getting this collagen from? Is this like cow
Lips.
collagen? Huh?
Yeah, because it's like a natural collagen's like something your body produces.
Right. Smells okay.
I will say this to start. It's the most edible.
Yeah.
100%. It takes you on a real flavor journey. Like I feel like the taste changed like four
No, it
times.
doesn't.
From chocolate to chocolate.
No, but like from like bad chocolate to gross chocolate to foul, like it's different kinds of bad chocolate. It's almost like everlasting gobstopper in that way.
I'm wondering if how I feel about this is influenced by
Magic.
what came before.
Influenced by its ancestors.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the
You're
best
doing it in
bar.
comparison. Yeah.
Yeah, it is the best of the
For
three.
sure it is the best.
Yeah.
I could probably finish it if I had to. Which is a very low bar to set.
Finish your collagen bar before you get up from the table.
It is dry, like the no cow,
Mm-hmm.
but not as dry.
Right.
It is foul smelling, but not as foul smelling. Oh, I hate to do this because we're on the verge, but I don't think I can give this a hate dad. I don't think this is
Mhm.
a hateable bar. Right, it's just mostly a bad chocolate flavor.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't try to throw a bunch of junk in there or do too much. They just shoved the collagen in, surrounded it with as much chocolate as possible, and tried to make it something that you could swallow. And they succeeded. So I'm going to give it a dislike dad.
Wow.
Okay.
This thing rode that gravy train of swallowability all the way to a dislike. You're not wrong, though. This is obviously the best thing we've eaten tonight, which admittedly is like a very low bar to clear.
Right.
I'm sorry, I just had to try to swallow it and it was failing. So maybe your last statement was wrong.
Makes it the Tannis Celtic.
This is the chocolate's okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The middle area
Even
is
that's
dry.
not true.
No, that's right. I mean, I get, yeah, it's bad, but it's less bad than the others. The middle is I think the best thing about this is that the actual bar, the middle, is not like spit it out immediately bad. It's bad. It is dry.
Mm-hmm.
It is shitty. I don't like it. But
Let's be clear.
But Novak is right in that it is something I'm able to consume. So on that lowest of bars,
settle down.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna shove this thing up my fucking urethra. I like it so much.
It's a quote on them. Okay, I was able to consume this. You're eating a lot of it.
I'm hungry. I didn't eat dinner.
Oh my god!
I will give. Well, we ate like 4.
Yeah.
I will give this a dislike that as well.
All right. Even with my first dislike, it already won. But now the question here is whether we will have the first ever 3 hates from a single person in an episode.
Well, I don't think it's a question, my friend.
Chad.
Okay, so it is. I agree. It is the most swallowable. It is the most consumable. Yeah. If you said to me like you have to finish one of these bars, like this is the one that I would choose easily. It's probably the only one of these that I could finish. It would be tough. I'd need like a half gallon of water or something like that. But
that's also healthy. That's good for you.
Yeah, but I literally don't think I could finish. I definitely could not finish that second one we did, that peanut butter cup one. There's no fucking way I could finish that thing.
No way.
Like that one might be like that's Robert Irvin level bad. Fit Crunch bad. It's so bad. This one, honestly, like this one just tastes like a really shitty candy bar. Like a really shittily made chocolate bar that you got like off the bargain bin, like the expired shelf, right? Like the discount shelf or something. It's not really offensive in any way. So riding the not completely offensive train all the way to a very strong dislike that from me.
Wow.
Man, covering this thing in glory.
I don't think we've ever had an unwelcome visitor like this where we spent so much time trying to convince everyone of why it should just be disliked instead of hated. And I don't even know if I made the right decision.
No, me neither.
The longer it lays in my teeth, the more I think
Yeah.
I hate it.
The aftertaste is really not sitting well.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Well, you know what? It benefited from its company.
There's a decent chance if it had gone first, I might have picked a hate or something like that.
Yeah.
That's possible.
Right. All right, Geiger. It's the winner. Where can the listeners contact us?
There was 1 winner and 3 losers on this podcast today.
Yeah.
That's for sure. These were terrible. If you are a wielder of magic, such as a wizard or a sorcerer or a particularly clever raptor, if you were a piston or worked on pistons and figured out the algorithm to help them make heat its bitch, if you were that guy that took his motorized gurney to stretcher, to McDonald's and got yourself a Big Mac in your with your ass flapping in the breeze and your IV bag still attached. I mean, props to you, but that's fucked up, dude. Give us a call. And in lieu of that, email us.
Give us a call.
I say give us a call about once or twice a year, and then I realize we don't have a phone number.
Dial our hotline.
yeah. Talk to my wife about it. Yeah, you can reach out to us at youtrydat@gmail.com. We are on Twitter, hashtag #YouTriedThat, Facebook with the You Tried Dat group. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're on anywhere, any platform. I dare you to find a place you can't listen to us. We're fucking everywhere.
Wow.
Let us know what you think of the podcast. Let us know what you think of our snack ratings. Suggest snacks. Ask questions that we could ask on air. And by air, I mean a pre-recorded podcast. And if you do like the podcast, give us a review and a like and tell your friends and family. And as always, for those of you who are listening, we really do appreciate it.
Chad.
Yeah.
Can you could you name 2 magic cards from past memory? I don't even know what is on these. I couldn't tell you what it's supposed to be. It's like a picture of a dragon or something, right? And then
Yeah, right. No, I couldn't tell you the actual, except for like the mana that you have to tap, because it'll be like mountain and grasslands or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
and there's cards that show that too.
Yeah. But it's all just like creatures, like unicorn and like,
Thrice mage,
goblin and shit. Stuff like that. Yeah.
I just looked a couple up. There's Planeswalker, Bolas. It's a giant dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Primordial Hydra. Ooh. And there's some guy in a horse called Acclaimed Contender.
He has beaten many a man.
Yeah, I mean, I really tried to block that.
And there's a card called Increasing Confusion.
Is that anyone who's listening to you watching play Magic?
I look at my hand. There's just 8 Increasing Confusion cards.
Right. Why do I have all these mountains? What's like the best card? Is it like a dragon or like is there like cards that are really good?
Pikachu.
Yeah, I mean there was some that were better than others, but like everything was kind of balanced. Like the better cards take more mana to bring in. So like they're harder to actually bring onto the play field or whatever.
Oh man, that sound you hear is just women creaming themselves all over the place.
It's called mana, but there's not a single man playing the game. Your son's really into Pokemon cards, is that right?
Yes, he is.
Does that play in like a magic-y type of way?
I don't know, and neither does he. He claims he knows, but like he would get cards. He mostly plays the video games now, but he got cards for a while, and then he'd be like, "Let's play." And it just seemed like the rules always managed so that he was to fucking kick my ass every time. It was like, all right, I lay down this, I don't know, weed-looking thing, and you lay down this, whatever, orange dinosaur one. And he would be like, all right, my hit attack is 71, so you died. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But he likes the video game versions a lot better, like the Pokemon Sword and Shield and all that stuff.
Well, let me ask you guys kind of a related parenting question here. Like, was there a point where you like stop letting your kids win games? And actually, like,
absolutely.
So my daughter kind of like started recently getting some very basic board games, right? Like Candyland, this one called Ladybug Game, Shoots and Ladders, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I always like, she can't read, right? Yeah. So like, I always kind of like fudge it a little bit so that she ends up winning somehow, which I don't actually think she would even care if she lost. So I don't know why I do it. I don't even know if she understands the concept of winning and losing, but like at what point do you start like just beating their ass all the time?
There was, I can't think of the exact age, but when they were little, and I can specifically think of this with Candyland, my wife had fucking no bones about just beating them at everything, and I would always get like, what do you do? Like, they'd get upset that they lost, and I would totally stack the Candyland deck. I'd like take the the card that advances them way across the board. And like I saw it was going to be me, and I'd like slide it under the next one so that I didn't get it or something. So
we would play Monopoly, and my wife would do the same thing. Just totally try to like use my like make these terrible offers to my daughter, and I'd have to stick up. I'm like, do not take advantage for not even understanding the concept of money. So like we did that stuff, and I let them win for a while, but I definitely now am full on like, you're in this, it's go time kind of mode. Because my son, mostly it's my son's attitude toward it. My son started figuring things out and started learning how to win and started becoming a cocky shit about it. And so like he'd always be like, oh yeah, and like dancing and stuff. So this recently happened with basketball. So my son loves playing basketball now. I historically, as you both know, cannot shoot a basketball to save my life. I like playing basketball. I enjoy the game. I know what I'm supposed to do. Can't do it. So we played horse twice, and he beat me. Like, we're not just beat me. He beat me like horse to H. Like it wasn't even close. So he starts talking a monster amount of shit about how he's better than his dad now, and like all this. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's play 1-on-1. And I proceeded to bust that ass for the next half an hour. He's like, Dad, it's not fair. You're taller than me. I'm like, yeah, life's not fair, huh? And I'm laying it up over him. And I'm like, but I literally did one time. I just put him on my hip and I backed him down under the garage, took my hand, pinned him to the garage door, and put the ball up. Because that's a foul. I'm like, not here. And then he got the ball. And I am in his face. Arms right. He's like, what? I go, you can't even dribble right, can you? And he was like, get away from me. And I'm like chasing him around. And I'm like, that's a lesson in humility, you piece of shit. If I could have dunked, I would have put my nuts on his chin. I don't give a fuck. So, I mean, it doesn't help that I am competitive without any of the skills to actually pull it off. And I have to do this now because he's going to eventually learn how to play and he's going to be better than me. My dad used to do the same thing to me. My dad outweighed me by, 150 pounds when we play. And he would just push me under the basket and score. He'd be like, yeah, you just got to get bigger. Like that's something I could just control. And then when I got taller, he always said his knees hurt, so we couldn't play.
Yeah, with my girls, they're like smaller, and I like with physical sports, I'm not gonna like rough them up in basketball and they don't even try.
You're not gonna posterize them.
But they have their own they have their own sports they could destroy me at.
Like swimming, you think?
Yeah, or gymnastics, like Morgan does gymnastics. If she's like, yeah, I'll do a beam routine, then you do it, and I try to do a fucking cartwheel and break my neck. Like, it's basically the same as 1-on-1. So.
I'm gonna beat you in beam routine. Sounds funny.
I want to watch.
Let's go, Dad.
I picture Novak on like the rings, like Vince Vaughn from Old School. Where he's like a cigarette plant.
Look, in that particular sport, there's no way I can do what you did in basketball and back them down. Like, I cannot bully my way to a gymnastics victory.
You could like, as they're going off the pommel horse, just shove them.
You need to go in and like sabotage, so you put like a weakness in the uneven bars so that like it breaks.
You really got to put your kids' lives in danger to win at gymnastics.
Replace the like mattresses that they land on with just spikes or something.
So which of the gymnastics things do you think you could do, Novak? So
we had this discussion quite a bit because these gymnastics meets are very long.
Yeah.
And so the 4 that they do, it's the uneven bars, right? Like one a little higher than the next. You got to spin around in it. And I think I could kind of like at least climb up from one and jump to the other. Like that, it would look really crappy, but I could physically do it.
I think after me trying that event, I would be fusing together 2 of my vertebrae. I would just like splat onto my back.
There's the vault where it's like you run at it and you leap and you do some kind of flip, which I would probably get hurt on. There's the beam. If I just had to do like a really crappy beam thing, I could walk back and forth across it, but I'm not doing like a flip off it like they do.
Right.
And then there's the floor routine, which is like you just making stuff up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the hardest one might just be vault because I have to like run and do it like a flip over it.
And you have to like land it without moving, right?
Right.
All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Chad, how about you? Do you think which one of those would you think could you master?
Yeah, I mean, like floor routine. I could just walk out and just lie down on the floor for a little bit.
Your floor routine.
This is my floor routine. Pull out my switch.
Start playing Pokemon.
I'm playing gymnastics on the Switch.
You and 2 other neckbeards come out and you start playing Magic the Gathering in the middle of the floor. Yeah, I couldn't do any of that shit. I have bad balance. Yeah, for some reason the scariest one to me seems like uneven bars, like trying to swing and like jump and like fall. And
I have no upper body strength whatsoever. Like I can't even do a regular pull up. So like, how am I gonna?
Here's my floor routine, or my beam routine: just jump up to the bar, try to pull yourself off. Are you like? You remember those kids in gym who would try to do the pull up and their legs would be like flailing around?
That was me. That was me. Even to this day, I can maybe one pull up, maybe if I'm like flailing like wild.
Flail just enough.
Just thrash my body arrhythmically around enough. Maybe I could get over it.
So you've decided to not let her win yet.
Yeah, wait, no, she wins all the time.
Okay. I mean to not defeat her.
Yeah, right. I mean, I wanted to at least understand what winning and losing is before I start kicking her ass and stuff.
Have you put a video game controller in her hand?
No. She's actually, we've been a little strict about screen time stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we've just recently actually started like kind of opening up more and more screen time for her and stuff. So she hasn't played a single video game yet, but I am looking forward to introducing them to her at some point. Like, I think that could be really fun.
What level of Elden Ring is she at right now?
Yeah, no, I really, really badly want to just fucking own her in Mario Kart. Blue shell, bitch!
Oh, all right. Well, that'll do for this time. We'll be back next time. Trying out 3 brand new stuff.
Yep.